Let's look at our winter storm outlook. It's a special tool we developed, kind of like those severe weather maps, but for winter storms. It helps us pinpoint the most dangerous areas clearly. And for the first time ever, we've issued a HIGH risk for extremely dangerous winter weather. This has literally never happened before on our watch. This is a massive, historic red flag for everyone. To put this in perspective, we might see only one of these high-risk events a year, nationally. A major city like New York might only experience this kind of threat once every 5 to 10 years. This rare high-risk zone stretches from just north of Philadelphia, right through New York City and all of Long Island. It even clips the southwestern corner of Connecticut. This is the bullseye. The moderate risk zone is huge, covering areas all the way up into southern New Hampshire and Vermont. It also includes all of Massachusetts, Rhode Island, and the rest of Connecticut, so many are impacted. A big chunk of eastern Pennsylvania is in the mix, alongside most of New Jersey under an enhanced risk. The slight risk then stretches all the way back into the Appalachian Mountains. It's huge. Okay, let's look at the radar projection. I'm just gonna say it, this thing looks like a full-blown snow cane. Have you ever seen a storm structured like this? It's absolutely wild to watch. Right now, the low pressure is over eastern North Carolina, and it's about to rapidly intensify. Forecasters expect it to drop to hurricane strength, a massive storm churning right off the coast. Remember, this is not a prediction anymore. It is happening right now. By the time you're watching this, Philadelphia and Washington, D.C. are getting absolutely hammered by this historic storm. Later tonight and into tomorrow, it's southern New England's turn. Boston is going to get pummeled. Rhode Island will be hit hard. Cape Cod. This is going to be a truly memorable storm. Millions and millions of people could wake up tomorrow to more than 2 feet of snow on the ground. That is just unbelievable. This will be an event that your kids remember for the rest of their lives. So listen up as these blizzard warnings continue to roll out. If you're in one of those zones like New York City or coastal New England, travel will be effectively impossible tonight. Seriously. It will remain extremely dangerous through Monday morning. We're anticipating snowfall rates of 2 to 4 inches per hour. That's the kind of intensity you see in legendary lake effect snow bands. I promise you, this is not going to be a normal snow day. I know we hear people say, oh, it snowed before, what's the big deal? Trust me, this is different. This is a whole other level. You're going to look outside your window and just be stunned. Your first thought will be, whoa, what is happening? This isn't normal. You will not believe your eyes. This is an absolute monster. If you're 70 years old, you've probably seen this a couple of times in your entire life. But if you're, say, 25 and living in New York City, you have never experienced this before. As an adult in that city, you've never seen a storm with this kind of power. It has been at least a decade, and maybe even 2, since this region has faced a winter storm of this magnitude. These powerful winds will also create massive snowdrifts, potentially several feet high. Even though the snow will be heavy and wet, it will still blow around and pile up in some incredible ways. So please, have a plan for losing electricity, especially if you're in the hardest hit areas. Also be prepared for coastal flooding. That is going to be another major and dangerous issue here. The wind is going to be shoving the Atlantic Ocean straight into New Jersey and Delaware. Moderate to major flooding is expected during high tide, which is a very serious and dangerous situation. The timing of this is critical. The snow will peak overnight tonight. Then, by Monday afternoon, the system will start to pull away. It's going to hit hard, hit fast, and it's going to be wild. A serious safety note: if you're out shoveling your driveway, please take frequent breaks. Tragically, many people suffer heart attacks in situations like this, trying to keep up with the snow. You simply won't be able to keep up. Even the snowplows are going to struggle with these intense snowfall rates. Shoveling in extreme cold is a huge strain, so please be careful and pace yourself. This is the most significant winter storm for the Northeast Urban Corridor in nearly a decade. I can't stress this enough. Please take it seriously and make sure you and your loved ones are safe. Let's break down the snow totals, starting with the low-end possibilities. We could see around 4 inches in DC and 2 in Richmond. These are the absolute minimums we'd expect from this. On the lower end, we still expect 10 inches in Salisbury, Maryland, and 9 inches in Dover. Philadelphia could see at least 8 inches, while New York City is looking at a minimum of 11. In New England, Hartford, Connecticut could get at least 10 inches. with Boston seeing a minimum of about 14 inches. Even on the low end, Cape Cod could easily see 20 inches of snow. Nantucket is looking at 19 inches as a baseline. Up north, Manchester, New Hampshire, and Portland, Maine, could both see at least 6 inches. This is the floor, not the ceiling. Now let's talk about the high-end potential, and this is where it gets truly crazy. Boston could be looking at 28 inches of snow. Portland, Maine, could see a foot of accumulation. Manchester, New Hampshire, could see 15 inches. The Cape Cod area could get buried under 24 inches. And for parts of Rhode Island, especially near Providence, 30 inches is realistic. Hartford may get 16 inches, but New York City could easily see over 2 feet of snow. Brookhaven could get slammed with 28 inches. This is just a staggering amount of snowfall. The entire state of New Jersey could see anywhere from 23 to 30 inches of snow. And Philadelphia could be looking at a whopping 21 inches by the time this is all over with. Salisbury, Maryland, could see over 19 inches. The DC to Richmond corridor will feel the storm's effects with wind and rain, but the heaviest snow will likely stay just to their east. Even Allentown, Pennsylvania, could get nearly 17 inches of snow if the snow shield expands as large as it's looking. This is a massive storm with a huge footprint of heavy snow. During the peak of this storm, the Winter Storm Severity Index shows extreme impacts for New Jersey. If you are in that purple zone, the impacts on daily life will be profound and disruptive. What does extreme mean? It means you won't be able to go anywhere. If there's an emergency, first responders may not be able to reach you. This isn't to scare you. It's the reality. Power outages are a real possibility, and with the severity of the storm, we don't know how long it will take to get the lights back on. This is a storm you simply cannot ignore. The red area on the map is not much better. This indicates major impacts on your life. This covers southern Rhode Island, Connecticut, eastern Pennsylvania, Delaware, and the Delmarva region. As we move from tomorrow morning into Tuesday morning, these impacts will continue but also spread. Boston, you will then be in that extreme life-threatening zone. This is no joke for you. I can hear it now from Boston. It snows here all the time. Stop the fear-mongering. I promise you I wouldn't be this animated if this wasn't going to be a truly significant, dangerous event. I really hate that I even have to say that, but I know how it can sound, but this is the real deal. There's nothing you or I can do to stop it, but we can prepare for what is coming our way. One of the reasons I'm using such strong language is that I feel like people just aren't taking this one seriously enough. It seems like this storm is getting way less attention than the last one. That's just crazy because this storm is going to be so much worse than the last one. By a lot. So hopefully the message is getting out there now. Don't let your guard down on this one. And after the storm passes, a wave of intensely cold air is going to come flooding in right behind it. A ton of Arctic air will be funneled down into the south, creating a widespread freeze. By Tuesday morning, it's going to be freezing in Jacksonville and Mobile. Almost all of Alabama will be in the 20s. Nashville will be at 20 degrees, with Chicago at 23. The cold will be everywhere. Up in Toronto and Buffalo, you'll be dealing with temperatures between 5 and 10 degrees. This cold air will rush all the way down into Florida. So get ready. But believe it or not, after this monster storm finally leaves, we're still not done. Another Clipper system is going to swing through from Tuesday into Wednesday, bringing another shot of snow. That next system could add another couple of inches right on top of the feet of snow you'll already have in the Northeast. And then guess what? There's another storm right after that one. A more significant storm looks to be coming together for Thursday into Friday. This one could bring a severe weather threat to the Southeast, and another major snow threat to the northern states. That late-week storm might be a bit warmer for the big cities along the I-95 corridor, but it's still another major system we'll have to watch very closely. It just doesn't seem to want to end.